Welcome to the webinar. You have entered as an attendee in listen-only mode.
Cell phone, close the door to your office, grab a pen and a piece of paper because you're going to take some really good notes today, and really pay 100% attention to what we're about to share with you, because what we are about to share with you can absolutely change your financial life forever, like it has for us. So I also want to quickly mention to you that you can meet Dave and I in person at our Lux Home Pro conference in Orlando, Florida on December 3rd to the 6th at the Rosen Center Hotel. So just save the date. So again, that's December 3rd to the 6th at the Rosen Center Hotel. I will give you all the details on how you can attend the event at the end of this presentation. Okay, without further ado, I want to introduce my partner, Dave Bynum. Dave is responsible for creating the Lux Home Pro Profit Formula, a system that has helped him acquire 6 properties, 2 super properties, and has generated over $322,000 in revenue in his first 6 months. Properties he doesn't even own. And this is just the beginning. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Dave, to say a few words, and we'll get the presentation started.
Oh, thank you, Jerry. This is Dave. I really appreciate being here. I'm really thrilled. We're going to go through a lot of information. So if you do have a pen and paper, please pay attention. I am going to give you everything that I've got. And I'm here to go ahead and reveal something that you probably have never seen. If you've heard about it, you may have heard it in a different light. It may have been with the smaller properties, but when you see how this business works in the luxury rental space, you are going to be blown away. So I look forward to talking to you guys in a few. So Jerry, take it away.
All right, thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. So awesome, everyone. I'm just really thrilled to be here and to really share this. I want to, really give a big shout out to Brian Fouts from EVG, who has really helped us put this together. We have quite a few people on the line right now, and we're just really excited and thrilled that we can actually share this information to you, because it's really made an impact on our life. So, really, it starts off with, have you wondered what it would be like to generate, say, $700 to $1,300 a day in cash flow? What would happen to you in your life if that was to occur for you? Because this is a game changer for most business entrepreneurs. I don't care if you were in the, if you've been in network marketing, or if you've looked into franchising, or you do fix and flips for a living, or if you're in real estate. Cash flow is king. And if you can generate cash flow with whatever you're doing on a daily basis, it's a game changer on how you look at life, how you, focus on the things you really want to accomplish in your life, and the freedom that comes from that. And that's what we're really all about. At the end of the day, we are here to make a difference in people's lives in the luxury short-term rental space. But we can't do that if we can't help ourselves, right? So it's all about making sure that we have, the success ourselves. So what we're going to share with you is a clear roadmap that leads to a high probability of success in this space, okay? How to set yourself free from the limitations of lack of cash flow in your life, and how to become successful by using our step-by-step Lux Home Pro formula, okay? Because it's a real formula, and it's taken a long time to put this together for you and for us, practically, because we're using it. You're going to learn real estate hacks and strategies that will totally change your mindset around what we're doing, the secret to controlling other people's properties and money for success, and how to automate the entire process, because that's really critical. Our promise to you is at the end of this presentation, you'll know more than 90% of the people in the short-term rental business. Absolutely guaranteed, because what we're going to reveal to you is really cool. And it's going to separate you from and help you understand how you can profit at 50 to 100K per property per year. This is a really exciting business. But the big question is, who are we and why should you listen to us? Well, I've been a successful small business consultant for over 25 years. Most people know me as a world-class connector. I have been building marketing funnels and working on producing high-level events for probably the last 12 years. Dave, my partner, has over 30 years of real estate experience in marketing, flipping, and flipping homes and just real estate in general, working on even $100 million project in the past. And he's going to share that with you in greater detail. Together, we have a combined, short-term rental business with that we're going to teach you with the best strategies we have learned in real estate. And the best part is that we have perfected this profit formula, the luxury vacation rental market. So, but really, it comes down to what we've done for our students, because you can, anybody can get there and kind of toot their own horn, but it really comes down to who have we helped? Who are we helping right now and currently? Well, John and Michelle are two of my closest friends. I've introduced John to this concept back in April. John attended our first event. He acquired his first home in July, and he took over that home. He takes over that home actually next week, which is really, really exciting. And John and Michelle have never done real estate. They've owned a few homes in their life, but they've never flipped. They've never been in this space at all. I've known these guys for now 16 plus years. They're really close friends of mine. They live here in Oceanside, California, and I'm up here in Temecula. But they take their property over, and with using our system, they've been able to book $57,000 in bookings just since they've taken over they acquired a home in July, and now they're ready to take it over. So before they were able to put the keys in the door, they were able to generate over $57,000 in bookings on their property. Pretty cool. And it's a really nice house that they have as well. These are some of the pictures in their home. They have a beautiful pool with a lazy river, and it is just a spectacular home. It sleeps like 16 people, and I believe it's going to be about an 8-bedroom house now because they're converting and adding some bedrooms. But very, very nice property. Here's another successful student, Neil and Sujan. These guys are just fantastic. They're great people. They have a 7-bedroom house, 4.5 baths, sleep 16. This property happens to be in Scottsdale. They attended our event in May. They acquired their first home in July, and they taken over their home on 10/1. They have over 27,000 in bookings currently. You can see the listing is right there. So you guys can always check out the listing. Just don't do it now. These are some pictures of their property. Another stunning luxury home. And Dave's going to tell you why we focus on the luxury space, because that is really the most important space. So with that, Dave, I'm going to turn it back to you to share your story, because you were the one that inspired me. And so I am just honored to know you as a business partner and as a friend and somebody who's really knowledgeable about this space. So go ahead, Dave, take it away.
Well, thank you so much, Jerry. Let me just tell you a little bit about me and what happened over the last 20 years. I've been in the real estate space for almost 30 years. I thought I had it all. I thought I was an expert in marketing. I thought I was an expert in the building part and the flipping part and developing lead generation for major banks and lenders. And I had a very, very, very successful company from about 1995 till about 2008, and we did everything. We made money hand over fist, and we never thought it would end. But like all good things, it crashed and burned. And when you're really heavily tied into that industry, you end up, you just can't get out because you have so many ties. Every time I turned around, there was another rope that I had to get untangled from, because I was in it for such a long time, and I really didn't know what to do at that point. And so the last 8 years have been a real struggle. I dabbled in the real estate business, but when you've lost it all, you kind of get jaded, and you really don't know what to do. But I kept on forging through, and about 2 years ago, I took a vacation, and it was a VRBO vacation with my wife and 3 other families, and we had the best time of our lives. And at that point, it really dawned on me that this could be a very, very lucrative business. And so I started doing a little bit of research, met some people, took a lot of courses, and I said, you know what, this could be the next big thing. The reality was, I just didn't see the people that were in it that really understood what they were doing and how to do it. because I had so much real estate experience, I said, my gosh, they don't even understand what they have, because there's so much power behind controlling someone's property, using other people's money, and growing a business. I said, there is no other business you can do outside of taking someone's business over with no money down, that you could go ahead and transform the industry. So I took it upon myself to work for 6 months just to learn everything there was to know about it. And that's what I'm going to share with you today, is exactly what I did and how I took it from nothing to just an enormous business. Now, this is why I do this. This is for my family. Okay, we've gone through the last 8 years, been school of hard knocks, trying to get through, trying to just make things happen. We all like to have fun, but when you don't have any money and you're sitting at home trying to figure it out, it's not a happy marriage. But we got through it, and we've had some good times, we've had some bad times, much like a lot of you on the phone. Okay, and life isn't all about being successful and making money every day. It's certainly going through those trials and tribulations. So that's where I am now. But the bigger reason for doing this, by coming up and using this unique system, it creates a movement, a transformation, okay, that can affect millions of people, okay, because this actually financially can empower you, okay, by getting properly situated with the right properties, okay, and the right people. And you will see right before your eyes your whole life start to change, because people that see you want to see you, okay? The problem most people are dealing with on this phone call and all around us is most live paycheck to paycheck. They have no money for retirement, and they literally are a week's paycheck away from going broke, right? And now we're faced with a new parity, okay, the millennials, that everyone comes up from the Me Too era. They want to have it. But most of us, we don't have money for a college fund. We don't have money to buy a new car. We don't have money to put away for retirement. We got to change. The only way we can do that is finding something that we can plug into. So the challenges that most people face when they're looking at any new business, any new type of endeavor is, they have lost their hope, they've lost their faith, and can I really get something working? Do I just have to settle for the day-to-day? How come I feel like I'm working so hard, but I'm not getting ahead? Working hard is not the answer, my friends. Okay, working smart is the answer. And fear that you might make a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes, and the beautiful thing about this business, you can make a mistake after mistake after mistake and get up and start over the next day, and no one knows. Okay, that's the beauty of this. So people just don't know how to get started. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is how to go ahead and set yourself up in an opportunity that can change your life, okay, and get involved in the luxury real estate space. It actually will give you that financial freedom and peace that you're looking for. So the reason why I like luxury is because it's sexy, okay? It attracts people. It attracts people with money. It attracts better clientele. When they're better clientele, they're happier people to be around, and they don't complain. Not saying everyone's the same, but the odds are 90% of them are very, very friendly and love to talk. Now, right now is the best time to jump into this space, and let me tell you why. Okay? Right now, we have gone through the trials and tribulations of whether or not this would work. Airbnb, VRBO, all these other booking engines are getting involved. Why are they doing that? Because it's working. Okay? Why are people going and taking advantage of this? Because they're making a lot of extra money. But the time is now, because all the stars have aligned. Okay? And if you do it right, this is the time to plug in. Okay? So If you don't do it today, when are you going to do it? So, Jerry, who's joining the luxury party?
Well, we certainly are, Dave. That's for sure. And so is Airbnb, Hyatt, Marriott, Hilton. They're all jumping into space. In fact, Airbnb, many of you know, have recently made their largest acquisition to date with luxury retreats for over 300 million. And so it's pretty exciting to see them getting the space. But what gets me so excited is that we're in the space and our students are in the space. And that's what drives me every day, because I know that we're making a difference in people's lives when it comes to starting a new business. And I've been consulting entrepreneurs and individuals on starting businesses for 25 plus years. And because I think it's your ticket to freedom. And many of the people on this call are experienced investors and real estate people. You wouldn't be part of EBG if you weren't. So, on this call, and part of that network, because I'm a member of that network as well. And so it's exciting space right now, and it's hot, and that's really the key.
Absolutely. Short-term rentals, the first question I get is, how do you profit from them? Well, until now, it's been a little bit more difficult because people used to put ads on in the paper, on Craigslist, or put a sign. And I remember going on the beach and seeing signs in front of homes just saying, "Hey, rent me." And but now with Airbnb and VRBO and Expedia and Booking.com and TripAdvisor, and it just goes on and on and on. People are able to create millions of dollars or turn their $1 million homes into huge profit centers and make almost a $250,000 a year. It creates an opportunity like we've never seen. Okay, and if you imagine if you can just take one property, okay, and this is what really blew my mind. You take one property and turn it into a 6-figure profit center. When I saw that happen right before my eyes, it literally blew me away. And what really got crazy is I was able to do it in less than 3 months. So let's take a quick poll. Okay, who owns or controls any rental properties? So if you own or control, let us know now. All you need to do is just click on I'd like to see who's on the phone and how many people have investment properties that they're currently have, or maybe it's a long-term property, a long-term rental, and you're struggling with that, or maybe you're doing well. Just let us know.
All right, we got 24 seconds until the poll ends. No, I'm only kidding. We have 34% of the vote in. So we're just going to wait here just for a few minutes for the rest of you to go ahead and chime in. Remember, just do you have a short term, a long term, or no investment properties at all? All right, cool. So we're almost at 50% voted. So we'll give a few more minutes here, just a few more seconds maybe.
Okay.
All right, this is pretty cool.
Perfect.
I love the polling feature. All right, awesome. Wow, we still got people polling. This is great. So far, I'll just give everybody the numbers because I think this is really interesting. 26% of the people on the phone right now have, actually 30% now have a short-term rental. 27 have long-term rentals, and 42% have no investment property currently. So that's really good stats, and thank you for that because that helps us really, help you understand what we're doing even better. So awesome. So I think I have to stop the poll. Let me see if that brings me back. It says manage poll. Oh, maybe not. So sorry here, guys. Let me see if I can bring up my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Dave, can you see it?
Okay, here we got the answers. Okay, we just got the answers there.
Yeah, 29% short term, 26 long term, 44 no investment, and here we are. You guys can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Nope, not yet.
No? You can?
Nope. I'll let you know as soon as I finish.
Reshare your screen.
What do we do here? Just hit that, right?
There.
There it is.
Is it on?
Yep.
All right. Sounds
Okay,
good.
wonderful.
Yeah, thank you guys for taking the minute to do that. That's awesome. Go ahead, Dave. I'll turn it back to you.
All right, so with those results, okay, and I'm just going to go over the long-term rentals versus short-term. We do have some with short-term rentals, and what you're about to discover will probably enlighten you a little bit, because it did with me when I first got in. I got a lot of the smaller, short-term rentals going, and the results just bored me once I realized what I was doing. But long-term rentals, it just costs so much money. If you want a long-term rental and you're going to buy one today, it's going to cost you every bit of 20-30% to get it. And then your carrying cost, your return on investment is probably right around 5 or 6%. Vacancy rates, once you have a tenant, they generally last a year, maybe a year and a half. Then you take 2 or 3 months off and you try to get another one in there. So you get about a 90% occupancy rate. And there's lots of risk. There's lots of risk when you're doing the long-term rental. The only time you want to do long-term rentals, in my opinion now, is when the real estate market is surging and it's going up. And right now, I believe we are at the top. Okay, I do not want to be controlling. I want to control the asset, not own the asset at this point. So the short-term rentals with a low acquisition cost, okay, if you structure correctly, and that's what we're going to talk about today, return on investment is anywhere between 50% and 2,000 or more percent. And then we have 200%. But most of the properties I have, if I look at my return on investment, I'm over 1,000%. Okay, occupancy rates are over 50%. If you're under 50%, you're probably in the wrong area. And if you're at 70% plus, you're crushing it. You're making lots of money if you've got the right property. So the risks are very, very low. And the beauty of this, we never chase our money. Our money comes to us before our guests check in. Okay, so that's the key. I never have to chase my money, and I know exactly what my expenses are. Okay. Screen.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, we haven't gone to the next one though.
Yeah, I did. I'm here.
You did?
Yeah. Must be a delay. Can you see it, Angela?
Yes, I can.
It says, what does it say, Angela? We pick an approach?
Yeah, we pick an approach.
Okay, cool. So, Dave, you can't see the screen?
I cannot. I
Okay.
apologize,
All right.
guys.
Refresh. Just go ahead and refresh. I'll take it over here. So,
Okay.
everyone, we pick an approach. You know, we teach many different ways on how to do this, right? We focus on the lease model, the co-host model, the hybrid model, the foreclosure strategy, the wrap strategy. We have long-term guaranteed income strategies, combination of all of them. We even teach you how to purchase homes, okay? So we do it all. As a company, we share this information, but we focus primarily on two, and that is the lease model and the co-host model, which we also call or reference as a done-for-you model. And so basically, the lease model is all about the lease model. Here's a case study right here. Can you see that, Dave?
Not yet.
Okay, well, this is the case study on your property, so why don't you go ahead and just share a little bit about the information.
Okay, this particular home, this is the first one I ever did, and this is what blew me away. I had seen the property. I said, after reviewing and studying for 6 months, I said, now I've got to take this to the test. So I actually went out and saw 3 different homes. This one you're seeing is the one that I actually absolutely fell in love with, because it was a perfect price, perfect situation for me. Keep in mind, my rent on my home that I was living in was a little over $2,000 a month. So jumping into this home where it was $6,000 a month was a pretty big stretch, because that's 3 times more, and we're coming off 8 years worth of bad luck, right? To try to get my wife convinced that this is a good deal for us. I mean, if anyone has any ideas on how to do that, share those with me, because that was a tough sell. And the worst part was I had no credit and I had no money. So what am I doing this in the first place? Well, that's where it becomes magical. I was able to go and talk to the homeowner and was able to not only secure a lease, but I leased it for 2 years and with options to renew, but it only cost me $6,000 a month. Okay. In my first 21 days, I was able to create over $20,000 in income. And within 6 months, I had created over $250,000 in income, okay, in the first 6 months from the one property. And at that point, I knew that I was on to something because I was helping others. I was helping others get their properties and turn their properties into gold mines. And it got to a point where I said, oh my gosh, this is the absolutely the best strategy I've ever seen. I didn't want to share it with many people because when you have a good thing, sometimes you just want to keep it to yourself. But we decided that we would go ahead and share this, and we have many, many, many students now that are taking the formula and using that for their success. And I wish I could see what you guys are seeing because I can't.
Not a problem. So I just went in, Dave, and shared your numbers and how you won bookings and how you've lost bookings. These are lost opportunities right here. Look at these bookings right here because I just showed you. Dave has won bookings. On the properties. Look at these: $2,700 a booking, $2,900, $9,000, $4,700. But you also lose bookings, and when you're in the back office of VRBO, you can tell if you won one or if you lost one for that particular time. The good news is even when you lose one, it's just that one, it's taken off the market, right? They take that date off the market, so they're not a competitor anymore, right? You have the ability to book your next one. So it's not like you've really lost the money. It's like, just look at this, $4,900, $2,300, $5,100, $4,200. These are bookings that Dave could potentially have, but he didn't get it, right? Somebody else got it. So it shows you that the market is viable and that this business is accessible. These were your exact numbers, Dave. I know this was your 6-month totals was 209 on this particular property, 378.96 in 6 months of bookings. That's a game changer, especially since coming from where you came from, Dave. The best part about these properties, we get to use these properties ourselves. You're going to book them out probably between 55 and 65% using Airbnb, VRBO, HomeAway. This is, bookings.com. We end up on 40 or 50 sites. We teach you how to do that as well. And it's awesome. But, the rest of the time, what are you going to do with it? Well, if you're good marketers like we are, we're going to put it out there for weddings and corporations, and we're going to book them for mastermind events. A lot of people in our industry are doing masterminds at these big homes. So there's many ways that you can generate additional revenue, maybe pick up another 10 to 15%, and we're going to do that, right? But at the end of the day, you still have about 25% that you could use it for your family, your friends, your relatives. It's such an amazing thing. And so that's what's exciting about it. We're on the top frequently asked questions right now, and really, does this really work? These are what we get all the time. Does this really work? Well, yes, it does, and we've proved it a dozen times over. How much will I need to spend? These are great questions, and we're going to answer all of them. How much time will it take? Can I do it in my area? Can I really make more money? How soon before I get my first check? I already took the course. I already took a course in the industry. What's the difference about ours? Well, you know what? We're going to cover all that over the next 30 minutes. So stay tight, everyone. I'm on the case study number 2, Dave. If you want to talk about these 3 strategies to create a 5-year income stream, you could do that. You have the deck there, so you could look at your deck if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So this particular home, it was a home that had been on the market for quite some time, and these are homes that are a dime a dozen. Okay, they're out there and they're easy to put together. But this particular home, we actually put it under contract for just a little over $1.1 million. And what I did was I married a couple strategies. And people, when you're on the phone, probably saying, "Well, I don't know all the strategies." Well, you will once we go through this is what we teach in our formula, right? So with this, we quickly went through. We leased it back. for a period of 6 months with a closing date set for 6 months out. We started marketing the property and gave the homeowner $25,000 to move out and paid them a nice royalty each and every month until we closed. This was an easy deal to put together, and your profit once closed was about $200,000. Plus, you lock in a 5 to 10 year annuity because all you're doing is managing that particular property, okay, as a co-host. You have no risk, you have no money in the game, and you're utilizing advanced bookings to put this all together. This was a game changer when I saw exactly how to do this and structure it and put it together. It literally changed the playing field. And you won't hear anybody talk about how to do this because they don't know how to do it, because it comes with years of putting together real estate deals and marrying the hottest fad right now, which is Airbnb and VRBO.
Yeah, this is cool. And let's just show everybody what happened because, I think the key here is really understanding that the house is worth 1.3. The homeowner can't sell it. Why can't she sell it? Well, sometimes the market's really weak in that particular area. Also, her kitchen is not updated. You know what I mean? Like people, when they buy a $1 million plus home, they're looking for that new kitchen with the grays and the whites and, the beautiful cabinetry. Well, this is old. This has got the old browns and the granite and, so forth and so on. People are looking for something new these days. And so it's sitting on the market. She's in trouble. She could potentially lose this property. This is a 7-bedroom house, 6,700 square foot. This is a beautiful home. Okay. We come in with a cash offer at 1.1 million and we close within 6 months, but we just like what they said, we cash flow the property ahead of time. So here it is, right? We get 20K in advance bookings to remodel. We sell it to an investor for 1.35. We profit 175 right up front. We host the property, for the next 5 years, and we make approximately 60 grand a year for the next 5 years. What a great business that is. So now we come down to introducing the 4 pillars of success. And Dave, you're going to take them through this. But I just want to say a few words because we put this thing together as a blueprint to run and operate not only our business, but how you can run your successful luxury short-term rental business as well. It's a 7-step success program, all with guaranteed results because we know what we're doing. We're doing it. So there's really 5 simple steps to the process. The step is locate the property in your area, how to do that, negotiate the lease, and the best strategy for not just you, but for the homeowner. Because remember, in many cases, you're getting them out of trouble. You're becoming the saving grace in this situation because people are sitting on these luxury homes and it's just burning a hole in their financial pocketbook because they're just hanging on to them. They're empty, they're vacant. Sometimes, in many cases, they're already furnished. So we can come in there and we can offer up multiple strategies and see what's best, for that homeowner and for yourself. So we want to make these deals win-win. We also want to show you how to set up the property, make those 5-star reviews, how to be able to maximize profits within that property by opening up new beds, like, converting, dens and offices, which most people don't need when they're on vacation, and turn them into bedrooms. And, let's put 16 beds, 20 beds in that room so that, even average people can come, and travel across the nation with, 2 or 3 families and stay at these places. It's really exciting because that's what's happening in the shared economy. People are coming together, they're vacationing together, and they can do it at the, per person, it's less than staying at a Marriott or a Hilton. That's the beautiful part. So we go into the setup. We're going to show you how to market. We're going to show you how to market the property. We're going to show you how to really put it up on the site, really how to write copy, how to do everything in that sense of the way, because that's what makes all the difference, right? At the end of the day, you can have the most beautiful house in the world, but if nobody sees it or nobody knows it's available, then you're in trouble. But our goal is not only to list it on your popular sites like Airbnb, HomeAway, Booking.com, and VRBO, but really to get it out there all over the world so people come from all over the world. People from Dubai have rented, homes that, Dave has managed in the past. So it's really incredible business in that sense. But the best part is cashing the checks because when you get a $7,000 booking or a $13,000 booking or a $15,000 booking, there's nothing better than cash flow. And I think all the business entrepreneurs on the phone here understand what I'm talking about. Cash flow is king. So we go through this. Dave, are you back on, or would you like me to?
Yep.
You?
I'm back.
All right, awesome. So
Okay, finally got the internet back up. Okay, so yeah, what we do is in the Lux Home Pro Forma, we go through the exact steps that you need to do to be successful. And the first one is locate. Find the best location, because this is relatively easy and it's relatively unused for most people, because everybody wants to try to find a property in their backyard. Well, their backyard might not be the best place for a short-term rental. And so what I do is try to teach everyone through our Lux Home Pro formula on exactly how to identify the best location around you, okay? And then how to go ahead and vet and verify by utilizing your A team and getting them in place to help you make your decision. Okay, it's all about getting validation on your property, validation on the income, validation on occupancy. This will help you take the next step. So then the next thing we'll do is, hey, where's that ideal property? Okay, how much money are we making on this? If we can really determine the profitability before we go ahead and even meet with a homeowner, we have an unfair advantage when we walk in the front door. And that's what we try to do is make sure you have an unfair advantage, because you know exactly what to say and exactly how much money that you are making, so you can make your best offer. Sometimes there's a little bit of wiggle room. So we absolutely want to empower you guys to get out there and take your best foot forward and be able to close on great properties. So the next one is how to locate a luxury home and make money from it. Okay, how would you guys like to own this home? Well, this was a deal that was easy to put together. We didn't close on this because we've had too many properties, and we are passing on properties now just because we just don't have the time, effort, and energy. And homes like this, the beautiful home, okay, but when I did my analysis, just for what we were looking for, it was a little bit too far out. It still would make great money for most people, but what I'm looking for and what you guys might be looking for are two different things. I'm looking for properties that cash flow 150,000 plus. Here's Jim. He just started with us. He went to our May event. He acquired his first home just the end of June. And he just took over the property. He's got over $68,000 in booking. Here's a few pictures of his property. It's a great property. It's right in the center of town. So it's got great accessibility. It's the perfect location, a lot of fun toys in the house. He's got the essentials, the pool, the hot tub, a great open floor plan. It's leased a lot of people. Philip is one of our students that started about the same time I did, okay? And I helped him to overcome a lot of his adversities, and he was ready to throw in the towel because he decided he would go the easier route and hire a property management group. Biggest mistake, okay? Once we got him out of that mindset, he took over the properties and almost tripled his income. He's acquired over 4 properties, some of them in Texas, some of them up in Lake Tahoe, and he's making well over $100,000 a year now. He's really crushing it. Here's his beach house that he has is that Galveston, Texas?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous. In this property, he was sucking wind on with the property manager, and now he's killing it. So the second thing we do is take you through the negotiation. It's all about the art of the negotiation with the homeowner. If you know how to work and talk to a homeowner, you will absolutely be able to be successful in the business. We have scripts that you follow, but more than that is once you really get into it, on our Q&A calls, we go over different scenarios that you may encounter with the homeowner, okay, and how to overcome objections. The only thing we try to do, and I try to teach, and when I meet with homeowners, is figure out where their pain points are, because we've got a deal that we can structure if I can figure out the pain point. If you can't figure out the pain point, it's hard, okay? So I take you through questions and answers on exactly how to do that, exactly how to get them to tell you what they want, and that's what we do, and it's all in the presentation. Then you leave, just before you leave, you want to try it close, you want to test the waters. Always I'm testing the close before I get there, just to see if I'm on the same page. So it's not hard. Let me just tell you a quick story of Mr. Holt here. Okay, Dr. Holt was a student that told me, Dave, I don't have a whole lot of time. I don't really know if I can do this. Well, he attended the May event, and he acquired his first property on the back of a cruise ship when he was out in Thailand somewhere. And he's just now starting, he negotiated just a killer deal on this property. He's got a guaranteed buy option on this of 100% of his lease payment. That's right, 100%. So every dime he spends on this property for the next year and a half goes towards his purchase. And I showed him how easy it is to sell this. So he's got this home now for free, if you want to look at it that way, for the next 18 months. And this will probably net him out about $15,000 to $20,000 a month. Okay, he just started booking, and he's got around 19,000. So he's just now starting to dive in. But guys, it's that simple. Here's his property here. It's a beautiful home. He's got a little casita on it. It's got a beautiful pool, and it's a moneymaker. It's in the perfect part of town. It's all in the negotiation. You're making your money on the negotiation, and it's that simple. We have plenty of. We're just not taking over a lease. We're not just renting the property. We have many, many options that we go through. Here's Jeff and Nelson. They're from Boston, and they're some great guys. But initially, I thought, these guys are going to be tough to crack. I don't know how successful they are going to be, but they jumped right in, and they got their first property. They take it over. They just took it over 4 days ago. They've got over $41,000 in bookings. Okay, so before they even got the home, they started making money with the property. And by utilizing the advanced booking and payment strategy, you can start putting money in your bank. And it's a lot easier to run a business when you're in profit than you are when you're in the red. Here's their home. As you can see, most of you on the phone would probably say, man, I'd love to live there. My wife is always telling me, why can't we move into? My wife said, Derek, we want to move in this house, right? I said, the houses are to make money with. Okay, we'll live over here, and we made a mistake. We wanted it all when we were making lots of money, and it got us in trouble. So now we're very, very conservative and want to build up what we're trying to get back. So this is Jeff. Did you move to the next screen?
Yeah, I did.
You did. Oh.
Yeah, this is on the setup. So yeah, no biggie.
Okay, so we're on the. Okay, so the next thing we do is we go to the setup, right? The next thing you need to do when you find a property, and believe it or not, when you really understand how easy it is to find a property, you're going to be jumping right over to setup. Setup is crunch time. For me, it's all about bed count, right? We need to go ahead and configure the home, maximize the number of beds for the property, so it doesn't look like it's a barracks. You want a home that flows. You want a home that's open, that's airy, but sleeps anywhere between 16 and 20, maybe 22 people. At the end of the day, my beds all come together for king size. So if I have 16 beds, I may get 8 king size beds out of it. And the reason why I do that, guys don't want to sleep together, right? Guys want to sleep by themselves. Most of them that come out to visit at in Scottsdale are playing golf. They're coming through, and it's a corporate retreat. Might be a mastermind, might be a bachelor party, might be a bachelorette party. I do have every now and then a few families that come through and travel as groups, but because it's Scottsdale, it's more about golfing and weddings. Okay, if you lived out in California around Anaheim, it would be more probably families. So you got to get to know your area and set up your home accordingly. And then we go through in the setup process everything that you need to do from start to finish. Because if you do it right and you set it up properly, your next step where we go into the marketing section will become easy. Okay, and that's what it's about. It's making your job easy. Now I am blanked again, Jerry.
Oh, that's not a problem. I'm just showing a
The
couple
internet
more
must
students.
be down.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm showing a couple more success stories here. We don't have to go through them all, but just exciting to see that we've been doing this, Dave, together since February, and how many successful students we have. It's just inspiring, and I'm just excited that you all get to see that as well. So we're on marketing, which is, obviously, at the end of the day, it really comes out to how many eyeballs can see your property and how you can get them interested in your property by the listing. And so maybe you want to speak to that a little bit, Dave, and then we'll wrap this up. Let them know how they
Yeah, absolutely. On marketing, and this is actually the most fun I have in this, because I know if I do it right, that this thing will explode. So the setting up accounts are very, very simple. Okay, so we'll go through that. We'll teach you exactly what you need to do to set up accounts. But the 7 key components of any listing, I don't care if you've got a 1-bedroom or you got a 10-bedroom, okay? If you hit these 7 key ingredients or 7 steps, you'll be at the top 10 to 15% within your area within, I would say, about 2 to 3 months. And you might say, well, Dave, that's a pretty strong claim. That's reality. If you hit the 7 key components, they're not hard. We go over each and every one of them. The first couple are obvious, okay? You need the money shot. You need to have that picture that entices someone that wants to see the rest of what's behind the picture. The next is your headline. You want an enticing headline that will get someone that says, oh my gosh, look at the picture, look at that headline. Now I want to see more, okay? So those are just the first 2, and once you're able to master those, you'll be able to the rest of it just falls in place. And what I don't understand is when I look around and look at the other listings, I don't see them getting. Most of them don't get it, okay? And that's why once you really understand it, you'll say, oh my gosh, I can go ahead and just tweak this one, and probably increase their revenues by 20 or 30%. I don't know of any other business where you can take so little time with your knowledge and increase people's revenue literally overnight by utilizing some of the key strategies that we teach. Okay,
Yeah.
then it's crazy. The pricing is another crucial mistake that people make. They leave so much money on the table, or they go ahead and price their home so far out that they're never going to get any bookings. There's a way to do it, and there's a wrong way to do it. Unfortunately, we have really keyed in with some folks that help us really nail it. And I think at the end of the day, that's what really, where the rubber meets the road, puts the extra money into your pocket. Response marketing is critical. I try to automate everything. So when you're responding to people, they love to hear from you because it's well thought out, it's well presented. And when you set your business up that way, you're more prone to get more bookings. And people will pay more money because they say, oh my gosh, Dave is awesome. Jerry, you guys are just incredible. You give such detail on everything, whether or not it's, hey, is your pool heated to how far away is the grocery store? Or how far is the airport away? Is the synagogue close? Is it in walking distance? These are all questions you're going to be asked, okay? I do the set it and forget it, okay? I come up with a great answer for every one of these. Takes me about 10 minutes per question, and now I'm done. You know how many times I have to come back to it? 0. So once you do it right, like I tell my kids, do it right once, you won't have to do it again. So that's what I believe in. Go with a great response, and you'll get a great result. And then automation. Automation is key. Automate it all. So you're doing little work, and the system doing it all. So once you get a good property, it should run itself with the right people in place, and you'll be spending 3, 4, maybe 5 hours a week. Okay, not a bad gig if you're bringing in 6 figures. Okay, where you're spending 3 to 5 hours a week to run your $100,000 a year business. Do you need 1 property? Do you need 2? It's for you to decide. Okay, everyone is at a different point.
Fabulous. So the big question is, will you be our next success story? That is the big question for all of you on the line here. Why don't we take a poll? I'm going to launch a poll right here, and let's take a poll. Do you want to be our next success story? Yes, no, or are you on the fence? So go ahead, everybody. You got a minute here to vote. Okay, votes are coming in. I love this poll thing. It's really cool. But yeah, just while everybody's kind of taking the poll, Dave, I just want to say a few things that, your 30 years of marketing has really come to fruition for you, because when it comes to this game, yeah, of course, negotiating the lease, finding the ideal property, making sure you set it up and gamify it, because we want to make, the people who come and stay at their homes, there's nothing that is better than seeing somebody have the expression on their face when they spend really quality family time with friends and families and relatives, and they all come together and they get on a vacation, and you were part of making that happen, right? Your home was part of making that happen. When I say your home, I don't mean the one that you own, but the one you control, because that's what this is all about. It's about controlling real estate, not owning real estate. And so this is just awesome. So we got a 58% yes. We have a 0% no on the polling, and we have 42% of the people on the fence. So for those who are on the fence, I just want to say stay tight, because what you're about to hear may just change that for you. I'm not here to convince you. Dave's not here to convince you to start a new business, because what we're doing here is starting a new business. This is like, in my opinion, it's better than network marketing. It's better than franchises. It's better than flipping. In fact, we just wrote a report on flipping because we realize how many people are in that space, and it's harder and harder and harder to flip homes and make a profit. And in most cases, you have to put out a lot of cash. And so unless you're using other people's money, you're going to put a lot of cash and you're going to spend a lot of time trying to flip that and make a profit. Whereas this is a recurring revenue if you do it right and you follow our system. So this is awesome. We have 39% of the people vote, and we've got a 55 and 45% vote. So that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and close the poll right now. Yeah, it's really, really good. Let me go back to the presentation. Dave, I know you can't see it, but Angela, can you see it? So I'll make sure that we're on target here.
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. Beautiful. Well, guys, what we're doing here is all about lifestyle, financial freedom, independence, controlling your own destiny. We've worked hard on putting this program together. We teach the 4 pillars of success through the Profit Formula digital course. So we've actually put this completely online for you. You're going to love this program. This is amazing. The benefits and the features, it's always about security for you and your family. we're all about that. The clear direction and sense of purpose, going back to, what we talked about is how do you make that $700 to $1,300 a day from just one property you don't even own, right? I've talked about this already, the joy of helping others. I don't think there's anything better than we can do than help others start a business. I think it gives me the greatest satisfaction. That's why I've been doing it for 25 years, is because I love seeing people succeed. Use your time to do what you want, when you want, with whoever you want. Really controlling your destiny, controlling your time is really what's most important, and enjoy more lasting relationships with friends and family. I mean, that's what it's all about. Who this program is not for? Well, it's not for somebody that is not interested in starting a new business. I'll say that right now. If you're not interested in starting a new business, you don't have to do this full time. This is a part-time business opportunity for you. But that right there, if you're not interested, this is definitely not for you, because this is about starting a business. Okay, and we think it's one of the best out there. Also, for somebody that's looking for something for nothing, people who take no action, people who will not invest time, energy, and capital to be successful, it's just not going to work. So that's just, who it's not for. Who it is for is people who are open to new ideas or new opportunities. Really, somebody that may regard some of their past failures as new opportunities to jump into when, one door closes, another one opens, kind of thing. And of course, people who can apply the knowledge and turn it into real power. I think that's really critical. So let me go over the profit formula course for you, because you're going to get everything that Dave just talked about in great detail. This is a 30-plus video based course with testing, workbooklet, all the bonus videos that you'll get to really learn these advanced strategies as well. It's all about how to locate your first property in the pillar number 1, where we teach you how to find your property in your area, how to validate it, how do you check the availability and the profitability of that property before you acquire it. You don't want to acquire something that's not going to work, right? So we want to make sure we really get you to understand that. Pillar number 2 is all about who is your client type, the best options, what deal to put together, how do you set it up with the homeowner for a win-win situation. So these are really critical steps. How to set up the home, we talked about this. How do you calculate pricing for consistency and profitability? Analyze the property for the ideal layout. We help you set up the home. We even have a profit calculator that's going to help you identify the money factor. We built an online profit calculator where you just plug in the numbers, and it shows you what's the best strategy for you guys to, focus in on, zero in on. How to market the property on Airbnb, VRBO, and probably 40 plus other listings. And of course, giving you the 7 steps to profitability and the attraction factor. How to automate your business. This is critical. The first home, if you're new to this, the first home is going to take you about 2 to 3 months to dial in. Once you get that in and you get a system set up, it's just like what Dave said, 3, 4, 5 hours a week. And then you can do not just one home, you can do 2 homes. We have students that want 10 homes. So it's just totally up to you and what you want out of the opportunity. You could even, acquire 2, 3, 4, 5 properties and then bundle that into a company and sell it, right? We even have the people that will actually turn and buy that from you, and you may be able to get a 3 or 4x on a business like that. So many, many ways to make money with us and to really support you in this business. So we're going to teach you how to automate it. If you were to take all these, subsections individually with some coaching with us, you're going to spend around $5,000. The value of this is about $5,000. And it's really cool. And for even $5,000, it's a steal. But you know what? It'd be a steal for $2,500 as well. But you won't pay that either. You're going to pay $995. Okay, so that's our deal today. Is $995. You get the profit formula course. It's got a 30-day money back guarantee. 100%. You use it. You try it out for 30 days. You don't like it. You return it. We'll give you a full refund. Okay, we want people that really want to build out this business and really learn how to do this, which is cool. And if that's all it did for you is educate you about new opportunity, and you were able to get just one property, that could be a game changer in your life, and that's really cool. So like I mentioned before, this is a fully comprehensive course, step-by-step system. So you'll take videos. Some videos are 6 minutes, some are 15 minutes long. You'll go through 30-plus videos with a workbooklet. We have all the sheets that go along with it. and of course quizzing. We want you to take a test after each lesson so that you're really, taking in the information. You're not just going through it really quickly. You're digesting the information, you understand the information, and that you can deal with it. We have some bonuses for you. For those who love to take action quickly, these are our fast action bonuses. They're available now for the taking. So if you guys are interested, we're going to have you call in or fill out a little web form, and somebody's going to call you and set up an appointment to have a conversation about this, because we want to make sure that you're the right fit for us as well. And so here's some bonuses, which is really cool. 4+ hours of live conference training taken from our first event. You're going to learn by going through these. If you take the time to go through this, you're going to compress time and avoid mistakes in this business. And we're going to show you everything on the locate, negotiate, set up, and market. This is in addition to what you get with the course. You're also going to get a 3-part video series on mindset, how Dave starts his day. Every day, how he starts it. He gets his cup of coffee, sits in front of the table after dropping the kids off to school, and what he actually does to break down his business, his best business strategies. And my favorite is the master listings that sell. He shows you how to write copy and headlines that makes the ultimate difference in your bookings and how you can beat your competition in that sense. So we also put together, when I first met Dave, I was so impressed by him. I said, let's sit down and really talk about this for the person who's brand new to the concept, because if you're brand new, you really want to know it. This is a 7-part interview series that goes over everything from finding the property to how much capital that you need and why having the right team, on board with you is critical to your success, and to really give you that lifestyle with the business. We also have some bonus videos. Now, some of these are already in there and some are on their way. And we've been developing these bonus strategies because these are advanced strategies for those who are on the webinar right now that are more seasoned professionals, and they want to they're buying foreclosures or doing wraps, or they're doing seller carries or purchasing properties right now. So we have some bonus videos on that. This has to be my favorite bonus out of all of it, because you get me and Dave live on Q&A calls every 10 days. We have a Q&A call. Said you're going through the course, you're going to have questions. Well, in the back member area, you can actually submit your questions in advance. We come on the calls and we answer those questions. And if you submit them, we even have more time so that we're answering them, thoroughly, for you. But we're live, so we can interact and go back and forth with you as well. And Dave's time and my time is really valuable. We charge over $2,000 an hour for our time, so this is amazing. You get 8 live group calls. With this, I know I put the value at $2,000 on there, but the reality is it is group coaching, but it's group Q&A calls. So it is an exciting opportunity for you guys not to be, just left behind with a digital course and like sitting there saying, okay, I got this question, who do I ask? No, you can ask us. And it's Dave and I directly. It's not somebody else, okay? So also we want to give you all the templated documents, because when you meet with a homeowner, you want to go in there prepared. You want to have your lease, your scripts, your referral letters, your landlord letter. You want to have a property checklist to make sure this is the real property for you. Remember, you're picking the property, right? You get to choose which home that you want. So when you're in negotiations with a homeowner, and they're giving you, they may be giving you trouble, or they may be questioning the strategy, you can say, look, I've got 2 others that I can do right now. So, let's go. But you got to be prepared in that situation. You got to be ready for that conversation, and by doing that, we get you all set up ahead of time, because, really putting that together ahead of time, lets you come in there with power. And that's really the key, in the negotiation side. And then, of course, we have 28 most commonly asked questions. This is a really cool 2 videos that we put together that we've had from our students. You'll get to watch a video on that. The profit calculator, this is awesome. It's an Excel spreadsheet where you could actually just go in there, plug in your numbers, and you can see what's the best strategy for you and the homeowner. Is it a lease? Is it a purchase? Is it a done for you? Or is it a hybrid, a combination of the 2 of them? So the profit calculator is certainly going to teach you how to do that. We certainly want everybody on this call that's interested in buying the digital course to come to our 3-day conference, because, everybody who comes to our conference has the course and they've already gone through our material, but now we put it into action together as a group. And so this is our 4th conference. It's going to be in Orlando on December 3rd to the 6th. I promised I would share a little bit more information about this. It costs $3,000 to attend this event. We give you a $2,000 discount if you buy the digital course. So this is a really good bonus. If you're buying the digital course, we know that it's going to be easier to train you at the event because we're going to go deep and you're going to already have the fundamental knowledge necessary to really attend the live event. And so we're super excited about this event. We love our events. We have, roughly around 50 people who attend. These are some of the pictures of our early events. We take you on a bus tour. We're going to look at 5 to 6 properties while we're out there. Some of those properties are going to be immediately available for taking. So you're going to be with us on the bus tour, and you're going to be able to take a look at those properties as well. We have a lot of fun. We know how to party at our events. It's a real fun event. So here it is, guys. So everything I shared with you, the 30 plus videos, it's the core course, and all the bonuses, are valued well over $11,000. All of it is yours today for $995. If you need a payment plan, we have a payment plan in place for you. If you need a payment plan, it's definitely available. We want you to access this information and take your time going through it because it's really, really good. Now, we get this a lot. People ask us, well, how do I get the course for free? Well, we told you you have 100% money back guarantee on the course, right? But we also we're interested in success stories. We want people that are successful in this space. If you can go ahead and use our system within 30 days and acquire your first property within 30 days, you just let us know that and we'll give you 100% of your money back. We want you to have the course for free if you actually use the course, and you can do it within 30 days because we know you can do it. And we want that testimonial. So there it is, okay, for those. But you got to buy the course first. You got to go through it. And then you can just prove to us that you've acquired your first home, okay? So real simple. Are you worth the investment? It's totally up to you. If you feel you are, jump in because this is exciting. And, we're in the luxury space. So we're going to teach you how to do this in all strategies. And I know many of you are probably thinking, do I need a lot of money for this? No, Dave's got strategies that he can teach you with no money out of pocket. And I remember his story, right? He came in this thing with no money, no credit, and a disgruntled wife because of the last 8 years, right, of really struggling. And he turned his whole life around. I mean, I'm just so excited for you, Dave, because you have really turned a situation around into a very profitable situation for yourself. And so, again, congratulations on that. And for those on the call here on the webinar, just go to luxhomepro.com/talk. Just go luxhomepro.com/talk and fill out a little web form. It's like 4 questions on there. And basically just like where you're located, your name and your telephone number so that I can have somebody call you right away. We're going to have somebody call you straight away right after this presentation and book an appointment with you so that we can take our time and really discuss this with you, answer any of your questions about the digital course or even coming to the live event. So that's pretty much it. Take action now. That's what this is about. It's about if you're seeking an opportunity to change your life with passive, recurring revenue, this could be perfect for you. Again, just go to www.luxhomepro.com/talk. And here's the web form. So it looks just like that. You just go to that page, you fill in your name, your email, the best time to call, let us know if you're interested, what you're interested in, and somebody will call you. I know Suzanne's standing by, Michelle's standing by. I may even just make a few phone calls myself to talk to you guys. So I just want to thank you, Dave, for being here and presenting, and also just thank all the guests that taken the time to spend about an hour and 10 minutes with us. So I just really appreciate you taking that out of your schedule to come and learn about something new. I hope we were able to deliver on what we said we would when you joined the webinar. Let us know your feedback. We really want to improve what we're doing. We're always looking to improve what we're working on and really helping our students. So with that, we'll end the webinar. Thank you, Angela, for being behind the scenes as well. And thank you, Dave.
Thank you so much, Jerry. I appreciate it.
All right, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.